Joining me in studio now is Newzroom Africa's business editor, Xolani Mbanjwa. Xolani, good afternoon. Thank you so much for your time and for joining us. Billions of rands lost, billions of rands SAA has received in government bailouts. Really, was this the sort of intensity of this meeting we were expecting when we first saw the financial draft statements just last night? Your summary of the sitting so far?
No, absolutely. It was expected that the business rescue practitioners, who were only supposed to be there for a month or so, but have spent 5 months on the job, actually would have come under intense scrutiny, because 5.5 billion rands was money that was given to them that to actually turn around or actually come up with a business rescue plan. And if you go back to what the Minister of Public Enterprises, Pravin Gordhan, has told the SCOPA this afternoon, it's that since 2004, government has actually given or bailed out SAA to the tune of 31.2 billion rands. That is for working capital, that is to pay debt, that is to capital expenditure, and that is a lot of money that has been spent. And he actually said that this was after SAA came out of that umbrella of being under the other state-owned entities and to stand alone and be managed by National Treasury. And that is on top of that 19.1 billion rand in loan guarantees. So government is backing loans that are being taken by SAA, and that is since 2004. That is a lot of money that has been taken. So it's quite an indictment on SAA, its past management, and the current business rescue practitioners, that they have not managed to actually come up with a business rescue plan that is cogent. And this is another important thing that Pravin Gordhan said, that when it comes to the business rescue plan that has been tabled, the draft plan, it is inadequate. It is almost unusable. So they told them
I want us to
back.
talk a little bit more about that. It seems to me it's seemingly a tit-for-tat sort of a battle between Public Enterprises Minister Pravin Gordhan together with the SAA business rescue practitioners. Pravin Gordhan, on the other hand, as you've made mention, is saying that they haven't really stepped up to the table and brought the sort of information or help that SAA is in need of. But the business rescue practitioners, on the other hand, are saying that it's an already battled, national carrier. It was already in debt. It's continuing to swim into more debt. It's in need of more funding, and that's them sort of their defense in this position, saying that our hands are really tied on this situation and we can't move any further because we need more funding. What's your take on that?
It's actually quite simple what Severe Dongwana, one of the business rescue practitioners, said, in that you did not give us enough money, that's number one, and money that post-commencement funding for business rescue did not come soon enough. So that actually moved us to another position, forced us as business rescue practitioners to another position to actually start winding down, take that option, which is really not there. And they're saying that, yes, you gave us 16.4 billion rands to actually pay debt, but they reminded the SCOPA, the Standing Committee on Public Accounts, that when the business rescue was declared in December, SAA did not have money at all. So when they came in, there was no money, and their hands were really tied. And that's what they are saying right now, and that's what the MPs want to know. Does the SAA need more money, and is government prepared to give it more money? And as we've heard,
and I think that is the question, and that's been really the main question which has been asked by those MPs who are fielding questions to business rescue practitioners, and seemingly an answer that neither parties can really answer to, as to can government really keep on giving SAA more funding? And now in this instance, it's a deadlock. They can't move, their hands are tied, and they're presenting two now solutions on the table. They're saying it's either we wind down or we go ahead with liquidation. Your take?
The government is not in favor of that. The minister has made it clear that we are not in favor of winding down, we are not in favor of liquidation. We want a new company that is going to come from the ashes of SAA. But the question from the opposition MPs is always, where is the money going to come from? Are you prepared to give business rescue?
Xolani, in the interest of time, this will be my last question to you. This was the first time we were hearing from the business rescue practitioners, and there seems really, the heat between the two parties, or three parties, including, of course, the labor force, is really there. How do we then, they navigate around these waters to sort of really focus on the main point, which is saving the airlines, saving jobs at the same time?
They've been very clear we need to save jobs, and they've agreed, the business rescue practitioners and the department have agreed we need to save the jobs, but their hands are tied. And that question is really hard to actually answer, as that a SCOPA meeting is still going ahead, and I anticipate that it's going to become heated.
All right.